Recording. And welcome everyone, it's Marcel here, and this will be today's bonus session. I'm hosting this session today because I won't be able to host the session on Sunday because I'll be traveling away and I won't be available on this weekend. So I just wanted to host a quick bonus session for you because, yeah, actually you are enjoying these sessions and I saw that you were making progress. You were making progress after yesterday's session. And actually, guys, I'm really proud of you because after yesterday's session, I didn't see that any of you opened a shit position, a bad position, force yourself into bad positions. You were patiently waiting and sitting on your hands. And if it needs for me to swear, if swearing is needed, if yelling is needed with you, then I will do it in every single session, because if this is what it takes for you to be profitable and to learn how to sit on your hands, I will swear in every single session. So yeah, I'm actually proud of you guys, because actually this is how trading will be profitable. This is how you can become profitable with trading. And yesterday was a perfect example for this that I was talking about in yesterday's session. Because all you have to do is sit on your hands until you see a good setup. In yesterday's session, yesterday's New York session, there wasn't even a good single setup. Actually, all of the entries have been missed, or no entry opportunities, or low criteria entry opportunities. And you guys were waiting and sitting patiently on your hands. And that's what it needs to do. That's all you have to do if you want to become profitable. Because maybe today or maybe tomorrow, there will be one good opportunity, one good, really fucking good opportunity, entry opportunity, and you will catch 1 to 20 risk-reward ratio. And that's all it takes. That's all you have to wait for. And I'm not saying that you should trade only one time a week. And I'm not saying that you should take only one trade a week. You can just take 5, 6, 7 trades per week, not a day. The actual deadline is on the week and not day, because I saw that lots of you guys were taking 5, 6 trades in a single day, and the fuck has begun. No, it isn't. So yeah, I'm actually really proud of you. Let me just read the chat. 4 minutes, 4 minutes and no swearing. Okay. Yeah, actually, I was really passionate about yesterday's session. Sorry if you didn't like that swearing session, but you know, if I'm being passionate about something, and I'm really passionate about trading, I usually do swear. And yeah, and I saw that you actually enjoy that session. But if you don't enjoy it, just let me know. I will stop swearing. I will stop saying fuck, any other things. But anyways, I just started this session. But before, let me just close my door real quick. I'm back. Yeah, actually, swearing is the language of money, right? Swearing is the fucking language of money. That's all. Okay, guys. Let's just start the session. How do we usually start the session? Whoever raises their hand first can answer this question. If you raise your hand, you can answer this question, that how do we start a usual session? Ramona, please answer the question.
We check the news.
Exactly. Before we start every single session, we have to check the news before every single session. So let's just switch to the forexfactory.com. And as you can see, 50 minutes after the New York session will be open, there will be high impact news, which will be the ADP non-farm employment change. And tomorrow will be the the NFP, non-farm payroll. There will be NFP tomorrow. So more likely we won't be able to trade tomorrow, and more likely I won't even trade tomorrow. I will send you the markups, but as you may know, and you know me, I'm always skipping trading on NFP days, because it's literally, there's no point in risking your capital on NFP days, because usually these NFP days present like 50, 100 pip movements in a single candle, and our 2 pip stop loss won't be able to actually hold that sweep, won't be able to actually cover that huge slippage. So there's really no point to trade on NFP days, but it's your own personal choice. You choose if you want to trade, if you don't want to trade. I'm just recommending you guys that take tomorrow off, take a day off, and stay away from trading, stay away from charts, and just go enjoy your life. Because just trust me, on NFP days, price action is really messy. That's why we are not trading these NFP days, and that's why you always, not usually, always skip NFP days. I've never traded on NFP days, and I won't tomorrow also. So yeah, but we only care about this right now, this ADP non-farm employment change in this session, and this will be released 15 minutes after the session will be opened. And after this, there won't be any high impact news coming. As you can see, only medium impacts and low impacts. But this ADP non-farm will actually move price, and we will see huge movements possibly. Okay. By the way, hi to raise hand. Whoever raises their hand is the first on my screen, so I can see who was the first. But you can, I don't know how you can raise your hand actually. Just somebody, if you know how to raise your hand, just please type it down for Theo. And guys, I didn't even tell you about the topic of this session. In this session, there won't be any educational topic because, you know, usually before Wednesday sessions, there are educational topics, but this is a bonus session. We will just analyze the actual price action on the 4-hour chart, 15-minute chart, 1-minute and 5-minute chart, and create an actual outlook for the week, create an actual outlook for today, this week, and create a plan, create a narrative. And at the end of the session, there will be a question and answer section where I will be answering for like 3 to 5 questions. So yeah. Let's just start the analysis on the 4-hour chart first. And just a quick question before we start this analysis. As you usually notice that after these sessions, after these analysis sessions, you guys actually understand what's happening on chart, and you guys understand more what's happening on charts, and you take better entries and you have a better perspective of what's happening actually on that day. Is it true? I'm just asking you because I saw that after these sessions, you are really knowing what's happening on chart. Okay. So yeah, perfect. Then I will host more of these in the future. That's why I'm asking. That's why I need feedbacks. That's why I need reactions. That's why I need these yes or no votes, because if some of the contents are popular or you're enjoying more some of the contents, then I will host more of these contents and I will create more of those contents. You know, that's why I'm always asking for a reaction and feedback and something like this. But I've already told you in yesterday's live section about this. So let's just start the session. Okay, on the 4-hour chart, let me just remove all of these drawings from here and start the actual outlook. So what has happened since yesterday? Okay, as we already talked about this, price was in an uptrend, creating series of higher highs and higher lows, creating breakout structures over and over and over again to the upside. And at the end of the leg, this was the whole leg, as you can see. And at the end of the leg, the overall breakout structures has slowed down. As you can see, these breakout structures hasn't happened with inefficient movements. All of these structure breaking movements are efficient. All of the candles are meeting in the middle. All of the candles are efficient. And basically, these are slow structure breaking movements. As you can see, this structure breaking movement is also slow. No inefficiency can be found. This isn't inefficient also. This isn't efficient. So the inefficiency has slowed down. The structure breaking movements have slowed down. And after the supply tab right here, which was a daily supply level, this is a daily supply level that has caused the less recent breakout structure right here. And this has caused several demand zones to be broken. So from this daily level, we created this huge inefficient movement to the upside. And basically this whole bullish movement to the upside is the pullback of the 4-hour daily bearish movement. So if you take a look at the daily chart, you'll see that this supply level right here, this sell to buy candle, has caused the less recent huge inefficient movement to the upside, created liquidity for this supply zone, price swapped the liquidity, tapped this supply zone, and it's following the actual order flow to the downside again. And this upside movement was just a pullback of the overall daily structure. That's why I'm always saying that all of the time frames are correlated. Basically, the 1 minute is doing the same. The 1 minute is creating liquidity lines like this, right? It's always creating a downside structure, creating liquidity for a zone, for example, creating a breakout structure, creating liquidity. There's a supply zone, stepping into this supply zone, counting the overall movement. That's what you can see on the 1 minute chart. That's what you can see on the 15-minute, 5-minute chart, and that's what you can see on the daily chart also, and that's what you can see on the weekly and monthly chart. So every time frame is fractal, every time frame is correlated. You can see the exact same movements on the daily chart as on the 1 minute chart. But I already showed you an example for this in yesterday's session. So switch back to the 4-hour chart. Price has tapped the supply zone, price has tapped the daily supply zone, and after a daily supply tap, the reversal has happened, as you can see. There was a reversal to the downside and immediate reversal with V-shaped recovery. It's an actual upside down V-shape because, you know, this is how V look like. And this is an upside down V-shaped recovery, but it's still a V-shaped recovery. Price has tapped this supply zone, reaction, and immediate recover, immediate reaction. Tap of the zone, candle has printed, and after the small candle has printed, there was the weakness of the bull run and immediate reversal on this supply zone. And this immediate reversal has caused the supply demand break right here with a change of character. Sorry, let me just mute my phone. So there was a change of character to the downside on the 4-hour chart, and the actual change of character has happened from this 4-hour supply zone here, as you can see, and price has also reacted on this supply zone. So there was a supply reaction, there was the less recent fib zone. Okay, let me just show you with candle movements. This was the demand zone that was price reacting on. So this was a reactional candle, upside movement, downside movement, flip of the overall demand zone, flip of the overall character changing line, and reversal and pullback after this supply zone. After a tap of the supply zone, price has created a breakout structure here to the downside, as you can see. This is a less breakout structure line to the downside with huge inefficient movement. This was yesterday's movement, and we couldn't catch a good short opportunity, but that's perfectly fine. That's all we have to do is to sit patiently on your hands. If you can find a good entry opportunity, for example, a Pro-10 short opportunity, then you're entering a trade. If you can't find a good opportunity, then you're skipping out from the trade. And that's all. That's the deadline. You don't have to do anything else. And you only have to use the entry models that I've just showed you in yesterday's session. So basically on the 50-minute and 5-minute taps, 1 minute change of characters on those 5-minute zones, 50-minute zones. That's all you have to do to become profitable. And of course, you have to combine this actual easy reactional based knowledge with all of the course contents, so with the liquidity, with the inefficiency, with the breakout structures, change of characters, etc., 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 etc. So you have to combine all of knowledge together. But if you're combining all of the knowledge together and you're using these type of entries, so these 15-minute/5-minute zone entries, then you'll be unbeatable for real. If you're following the Pro-10 and you're only taking Pro-10 trades with these 5-minute/15-minute zone temps, you'll be unbeatable. You'll beat every fucking, sorry for swearing once again, you'll beat every fucking challenge on FTM, on my Forex funds, on anywhere. So yeah, that's all you have to do. And yesterday I saw that you guys were actually listening to me. You guys were actually listening to my call that you have to wait for best opportunities. And this was the first time that I actually saw that you guys are listening. You are really listening and you understood what I was saying. And you were really, really following me on this advice. And you did not hop into a bad, low probability trade. And I'm really, really, really proud of you guys. And just keep doing this, because more likely today, there will be a good opportunity. And if there will be a good opportunity, you'll take that opportunity. And if there won't be any opportunity today, you'll skip out from that trade. And you are not forcing yourself into bad setups. You are not forcing yourself into stop losses, because that's where the confusion comes from. That's where the disappointment comes from. When you're forcing yourself into bad setups and you are taking losses after losses, you'll think that, okay, maybe I'm not even a trader. I can't be a trader because trading isn't for me. But it's not like this. If you're trading according to your edge and you're only taking setups according to your edge, that fits in your edge, that fits in your plan, just like the 5-minute tap with the 1-minute change of character, with the liquidity creation, with the liquidity sweep. So basic entry model. If that happens on your screen, you enter in a trade, and that will be a good trade according to your edge. But if it doesn't appear on your screen, you can't see that entry model on your screen, you won't enter in a trade, and you won't take unnecessary stop losses. You won't take literally stop losses without a reason. And that's all you have to do. If you're taking a loss according to your edge, it was a valid loss, then it was a valid loss. You have to backtest that loss and live with the fact that you took a loss, and you have to be happy because you found your edge on your screen. Even if you're taking a loss that was good according to your edge, you have to be happy. You have to be grateful for you found that opportunity. Actually, all you have to do is enjoy the progress, enjoy that you're trading, enjoy every single stop loss that you take. And of course, only if those were in your plan, if those stop losses were fitting your plan. If those stop losses were fitting your plan, then you can be proud of yourself that you found your edge on your screen. You found the good entry opportunity that actually fits in your plan. And that's all you need. That's all you need to keep executing these edge entries. And if it appears on your screen, keep fucking pull the trigger. If you can't see it on your screen, keep missing out. You don't want to take unnecessary losses. And that's trading all about, basically. And yeah, once again, I'm just proud of you. sorry for once again this monologue. I know I can get passionate about talking and trading and but yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm really, really proud of you guys, and keep doing what you're doing, because yesterday was a good example that you can actually become really, really good at trading, because you showed discipline, you showed patience, you showed everything the trader needs to be profitable. So just keep doing what you're doing, guys. You'll be there, you'll be fucking make it, you'll be funded in like 2 months, or if you're doing these. So yeah, let me just continue with the analysis. Sorry, once again, I can be driven away pretty easily. So after the breakout structure, the breakout structure has been caused by this candle, right? This candle has caused the breakout structure. Of course, we could mark the wick out, but this wick is too small to be an actual supply zone, because as you can see, the wick is above than the last recent candle's high point. But this candle, this wick is too small to be a supply zone. If I refine it, we will see that this can't be really used as a supply zone. So I'm just using the full body as a supply zone that has caused the breakout structure. And yeah, the breakout structure has been caused by this. And here comes the question. Just listen to my question, and after I ask the question, you can raise your hand if you'd like to answer it. So the question I'm asking you guys, just draw one possible scenario on my screen that you think will happen. Whoever raises their hand first can draw a scenario on my screen. And that was Hussein. Please draw on my screen. Yeah, and what could be the target point, the final target point where price can actually reverse? And what can we expect on that zone? Please just Hussein, only Hussein is drawing, okay? Yeah, other scenario, what can we expect on that zone? So the break, right? Yeah, I don't know who drew that line, but that will be the second scenario. Yeah, please, I only asked Hussein to draw on my screen, no one else. So thank you guys. Delete your drawings, please. I will clear all of the drawings. Yeah, actually, this is one of the first possible scenarios. And this is also good. This is a good scenario that price has a chance to come up to the supply zone, mitigate the supply zone, create a 15-minute change of character inside of that supply zone, create a 1-minute change of character inside of that 15-minute supply zone that has changed character, and come down to this demand zone. And after this demand zone, I will send you the markup updates. That's all. But we can expect on this demand zone a reaction. We can also expect a change of character movement here. Price will create a 15-minute change of character and continue the overall bullish movement. But I believe price will break below this zone, because as I showed you on the daily chart, price is just in a form of a pullback. So this is the pullback of the overall daily structure, and prices react on a daily supply level and reverse strongly on this supply level. So I'm expecting a break of this zone. I'm expecting a continuation to the downside. Actually, this is my plan. This is what I'm expecting from the upcoming weeks. I believe this will happen on next week or the week after next week. But I'm expecting a break of this zone. I'm expecting a continuation down to some of these extreme levels, or even the weekly low break. These are my expectations. But we don't know yet what will happen. All we have to do is follow the structure, follow the price action. So this is the first possible scenario that price will react on this supply zone. After the reaction, it will go down to this demand zone, blah, blah, blah. Second scenario, price will tap this supply zone, and after a tap, it won't be able to, it will not be able to create a change of character right here on the 15-minute chart, but it will split the liquidity to the upside, because as you can see, there's lots of liquidity sitting just above the supply zone. Here's a perfect liquidity line. This is a trend line liquidity, first touch, coming down, coming up, second touch, coming down, coming up, third touch, liquidity trend line. And above that liquidity trend line, there's an extreme supply zone that has caused the first movement. So if this supply zone can't hold price, price will come up to this supply zone. That's all. And after the supply tap happens here, all we have to do is react. If there will be a 15-minute change of character, we'll target this zone. If price can create a change of character on the 15-minute zone right here, it will be broken and we can continue the upside movement. But this upside movement has the least probability, so I believe it won't happen. Okay. That's all. I will just keep this zone the way it is. I will remove it and I will put liquidity right here. Okay. And I will screenshot it. No, I will create the markups after this session. So switch to the 15-minute chart. What can we see on the 15-minute chart? We can see the price is created a huge inefficient movement to the downside. That was the origin of the structure breaking movement right here, right? And this structure breaking movement has happened from this 4-hour supply zone, and I won't refine this supply zone because actually it's pretty good. Price is almost at the supply zone, and if I want to refine it, I can refine it to this candle, and the bottom line is the exact same as the 4-hour supply zone's bottom line, so I will just keep it the way it is. Okay, I will close this zone a little bit like this. And what can we expect here? We can see that price has actually changed character here to the upside after this huge inefficient movement, and it has changed character on the long side, right? But for a real character changing movement to actually change the trend, we need a strong character changing movement, which will be up here. So I believe this line won't be broken. I believe price will react on this supply zone, and there will be a cancellation down to the downside. So these are my expectations. But let's just stick to the reality and mark these zones out. The origin of the character changing movement was, we can find the first inefficiency right here. As you can see, here's the first inefficiency, because this candle and this candle is meeting in the middle. This candle and this candle is meeting in the middle. This candle and this candle does not meet in the middle. So this is the first inefficient candle that has caused inefficiency in the change of character to the upside. And yeah, but on the 5-minute chart, there will be more demand zones about this one. And as I told you in yesterday's session, you can use those 5-minute zones to actually refine your entries. And if there will be a reaction on the 5-minute zone, you'll be able to take a long opportunity to the upside. Okay. Basically, that's all about the 15-minute chart. There's nothing much we can do about the 15-minute. We can wait for this zone to be tapped. We can wait for a confirmation on this zone and continuation up to this supply zone, or we can wait for, I will switch to the 5-minute. We can wait for a 5-minute zone tap confirmation up to this supply zone. These are the possible scenarios for the 15-minute chart. But if you want to take the highest probability to tap, you can just simply wait for a tap of this 15-minute zone or the 4-hour zone, the whole 4-hour zone. Wait for a 15-minute confirmation, wait for a 1-minute confirmation, and confirmation down to take shorts. This will be the highest probability setup that you can ever take in this session or this week. I believe this scenario won't happen in this session, so I'm be more likely catching the longs up to this supply zone. I will try to catch the longs, but if there will be not a single good entry opportunity for the longs, I will skip out from this session too. And yeah, switch to the 5-minute chart. Sorry for the rush, guys, but I just realized that after this session, I will have to send the markups. And yeah, I just wanted to finish in time. Switching to the 5-minute chart. What can we see right here? Let me just see if there was the supply zone. Here's the extreme supply zone. The price was just reacting on, as you can see. There was a reactional candle, and the flip has happened from this demand zone right here. So here's the first 5-minute demand zone. I will refine this demand zone to this 5-minute demand zone. This is the extreme of the movement. This is the extreme demand zone right here. This is the decision that has flipped the overall supply zone right here. And yeah, that's all. We can find another demand zone right here, which has been already mitigated, as you can see. It has been mitigated, and there was a reaction after the mitigation, as you can see. And price has just built up liquidity inside of this demand zone, as you can see. Not again box, a simple line. There's a liquidity line built up in this demand zone. So more likely there will be a sweep because price can't create any other impact movement to the upside, as you can see. These movements are slow. These movements have been slowed down. And we can basically expect the sweep of this liquidity line right here. We can expect the deeper demand mitigation. We can expect the reaction on either of these demand zone, confirmation, continuation, or we can expect the confirmation and continuation on the deeper demand zone. If one of these scenarios will happen, more likely I will enter in a trade. But just don't forget that for a counter trend opportunity, you need a strong change of character. So counter trend opportunity needs a strong change of character. And currently this 15-minute, according to the 15-minute and according to the 4-hour, this demand zone and this demand zone and longs on these demand zones will be counter trend opportunities. So all you have to do is to wait for a strong change of character. So double structural high point break. And after this, you can take an entry opportunity up to this supply zone. Yeah. Was there a break of structure? Let me just check. This was the last recent high point. Yeah, there was a body break of structure. So this is a break of structure line, which has been caused by this candle, but this candle is part of the liquidity, and this candle is not part of the lunchtime zone. But this is the less recent 5-minute zone. I will just delete this zone because this looks ugly. No, I will just keep it right here. I will delete this zone. And if the upper zone breaks, so if this zone breaks, I will add back to this zone on my chart, but I just want to keep my charts clean and don't want to draw every single demand zone, because if I want to draw every single demand zone, I can draw this one, I can draw this one, I can draw this one. So I can draw pretty much every single demand zone on my chart, but I just like to keep my charts clean. That's why I'm always keeping the last recent demands on my chart. And yeah, so this is the last recent demand zone that has caused the last recent breakout structure to the upside, as you can see. So you can expect a reaction on this demand zone. There's still a chance that price won't sweep this liquidity to the downside. It won't sweep the liquidity, but if you react on this demand zone and if we create a change of character with a strong change of character and entry opportunity, but there's still a chance that price will break this demand zone, create a short opportunity, and you'll be able to enter on a short opportunity based on the break of this demand zone right here in a supply with, for example, a good entry criteria with a liquidity creation, liquidity sweep, continuation down to this demand zone. So there are pretty much possibilities lined up. As you can see, it's still all about reaction. It's still all about how you mark up your zones and how you react on those zones, because these 5-minute zones are everything. You can expect so much on these 5-minute zones, because if there's zone, 5-minute zone, and if it holds price, you can enter, change of character entry. Of course, according to the weak and strong change of character points, according to the counter and pro trend, according to the plan. But you can enter on these 5-minute zones. If there's a reaction and character changing movement, if there's a break of this zone, you can enter in a continuation trade and break based on that break of the zone. You can enter in a trade based on that zone that has broke the last recent zone. So for example, there's a 5-minute zone and there's a supply zone. This could be a 5-minute supply zone. You can wait for a 1-minute confirmation on this zone, enter, continuation, bam. But there's also a possible chance that price will break below this demand zone with a simple 1-minute zone with a good entry criteria with lots of liquidity. Then if this scenario happens, then you can enter on this 1-minute zone too. But if you're insecure about the setups, I can just really recommend you to wait for a 5-minute zone tap in this scenario and wait for a 1-minute confirmation on that 5-minute zone, and after you can enter. So all of the scenarios are lined up, all of the scenarios in front of you, all of the zones that are in front of you. All you have to do is to follow these zones. All you have to do is trade based on the reactions on these zones. And if you understand this, that not every single day is a trading day, and if you understand that you don't have to take every single change of character and breakout structure that you see on the charts, you'll become successful in trading. And I know it's really hard. It's really hard not to feed your ego by taking trades every single day, and it's really hard not to feed your actual mindset by taking every single breakout structure. And it's really hard to keep sitting on your hands and keep sitting patiently in front of your monitor, but you have to do, because success of a trader is not determined by how much trades does he take, but determined by how much trade does he miss out from. And it's really true. If you want to become successful in trading, you have to take only the highest probability setups, and you have to lower your entries. You have to take less entries than you did before. Because if you're trading taking 20 to 30 trades a week, that's too much. You won't be profitable ever with that amount of trades. But if you're taking 5 to 10 trades a week, that could be profitable. But the golden way is the 3 to 7 trades a week. If you're taking 3 to 7 trades a week, that's the golden way that you can ever make. And with those trades, you'll be profitable, because more likely there won't be more trades appearing on your screen than 7 in a single week. There will be 7 trades that will appear on your screen in a single week. And I mean, according to your edge, of course. And if you're taking those 7 trades with, for example, 4 will hit stop loss from those 7 trades, 4 will hit stop loss, 4 stop loss, -4 risk reward ratio, not BB, but RR. Okay, 4 hits stop loss, and the other 3 hits TP. And our minimum TP is 5 risk reward ratio. So 3 times 5 equals 15 risk reward ratio. And that's the minimum. That's the minimum of you can take from a win. That's the literal minimum from the win. And if you count it up, this will be 11 risk reward ratio for a week if you took 7 trades, and 4 trades from those 7 trades were losing trades. And these 7 trades are according to your edge. These 7 trades are perfect according to your edge. You will take these setups regardless of the outcome. And that's what you have to understand. If you're taking unnecessary losses, if you're forcing yourself into bad, literally shit setups, then you won't be successful in trading. If you're trading only your edge, if you're trading all of your setups that fits in your plan, that fits in your edge, that's good according to your edge, you'll be making these results. And that's what you have to understand. And yesterday, you actually understood this. You actually understood what I was talking about. And once again, I'm proud of you guys. And thank you for listening to me. Just keep doing what you're doing, because if you continue to do what you're doing, you'll be successful. You'll be making money, and you'll be making lots of money. But right now, if you're not making any money from Forex trading yet, you should not be focusing on money. You should be focusing on enjoying the progress. If you focus on money, if you only focus on money and you're chasing money and you're only saying that I want to make millions of dollars in months, then you won't be successful once again. If you're enjoying the progress, if you're enjoying every single loss, if you're enjoying what you're doing, if you like to sit in front of charts and take a fucking loss, if you enjoy to take losses because you enjoy those losses and you enjoy backtesting those losses, then you'll be successful in trading, because whatever you enjoy, you'll make money from that. But if you're only chasing money and if you're only doing this for money, you'll burn out. You'll be nothing. You won't be able to make money. And that's what it took me to understand. As soon as I actually changed my mindset for this, what I'm talking about, I just started to make money from Forex. And I started to make more money than I was making before. So yeah, back a long time ago, back then, I was chasing money also. I saw all the gurus on Instagram, you know, with flexing with Lamborghinis and lots of supercars with penthouses, you know, big fucking houses. And I just wanted to become like them. But as soon as I stopped this mentality, as soon as I started to focus on the actual progress that I was making and started to enjoy the journey that I was making and started to enjoy trading, and I wasn't just focusing on money, and I actually did let go of any of my money. I didn't really care about that money. I didn't really care about money at that time. I just started to become successful. I just started to make money. As soon as you let go of money, as soon as you don't care about money, money will come to you. But if you're chasing money, money will run away from you because you're chasing it. But if you're letting it go, it will come to you. Literally, this sounds like a bullshit mentality, but this is true. You can listen to any podcast guys on Spotify or YouTube. There are specialists in manifesting. And this is the base of manifesting, literally. Okay, sorry, I can be driven away pretty easily. But I don't know if you enjoy these talks, these mindset talks, these psychological talks. If you don't, just stop me. Are you actually enjoying these? Should I keep doing these? Yes, no. Okay. Okay, I will keep talking about these things because these are really, really important. Because as you may know, 80% of trading is literally mindset. Only 20%, only 10% is technical. Only 10% of trading is technical. Only 10% of trading are these zones. Only 10%. 10% is luck. And 80% is about your mindset. 80% is about your mindset. 10% is technical, 10% is luck. That's why you have to train your mind with books. As soon as I started reading, I started to become more successful in trading. And if you're reading more and more and more, you'll actually become more profitable in trading. There's a connection between reading and being successful. But yeah, I don't want to talk about this much because I have to make the markups. And okay, I will answer 2 questions because I took the time away. I will answer 2 questions. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. Any question? Any question? If, for example, the demand is broken, the continuation trade sell is a yeah. If this demand will be broken, if this demand is broken, then the continuation will be a pro trend trade because the pro trend on the 50-minute and the 4-hour chart is really, really, really bearish. But just be careful with the break of the zone because the break of the zone could be easily a liquidity sweep. So just pay attention to the liquidity sweeping candle and all we know about the liquidity sweeps. Okay. Second, would you rather do markups or keep teaching us? We're learning so much. I don't understand this question, but I will do markups. I will do the markups right now. As I can see, there are no questions. If the 15-minute zone break for continuation 1 minute is also chilling markets. I've already explained this in the webinar. I literally created a webinar about this topic, and you keep asking this question in every single webinar. Please just watch that webinar. I literally created a whole webinar about this topic. That's literally, it has been explained. When will invalid zone wick close or body close? What do you mean? Jassim, I believe you joined today. Please just watch the course. Please just watch all of the webinars, and yeah. Okay, guys, that's it. I will leave now and do the markups for you. I will send the markups. And yeah, let me know if you like this session. I believe it was a good session once again. And I hope you'll take my advice once again, and you'll only take the best opportunities that you can find on charts, and you can trade based on these 5-minute zones. So yeah, please let me know what you think about this session. And yeah, I will be sending the markups for you guys, and wish you all a beautiful and profitable day, guys. Yeah, take care. I will be here. Just text me if you need something, and I will send the markup updates too. Yeah, guys.
Thank you.
See you.
Take care, guys.